Hello, my name is Tess Heffernan. I'm here today to talk to you about a high-performing community, one component of the Plan Fort Collins project. High-performing community is a new topic. This hasn't been addressed up until this time in the snapshot or best practices documents that many of our viewers may have seen. This part of Plan Fort Collins was added because as we got into the project, we realized that there were several things that were sort of a theme or an underpinning for all of the other sections. And this particular area covers directions that will help us reach our vision of a world-class community. What I have for you today are some potential policy directions that are related to us becoming a high-performing community. The first major area is collaborative, community-based problem solving. Many people are involved in all of the many issues that the City of Fort Collins deals with on an ongoing basis. And this area deals with how we involve citizens and how we continue to forge the partnerships that the city has in order to address the complex issues that we face as a community. So this area talks about how we'll enhance and continue to be a community that solves problems in bottom-up ways. It looks at giving a greater voice to citizens. It looks at civility, how citizens have civil interactions with each other and with their government. Volunteerism is part of this particular area. Fort Collins has a wonderful tradition and has been recognized as a community that has many volunteers, and that's going to be necessary for us to keep operating at the level that we do. And also this area will seek to build on best practices, things like university connections, pathways past poverty, things that we do in our community, as well as best practices that we can find that other cities employ. When we talk about collaborative problem solving, one of the potential directions then will deal with how 25 years into the future we continue to involve citizens and forge these partnerships. We'll need to do this in order to remain innovative and to be efficient in addressing our needs. Some of the choices around involving citizens and forging these partnerships have to do with the types of things that we'll look at and want to do collaboratively, and also whether or not we want to focus our efforts more locally or look more to the region and the cities and counties around us. Some of the topic areas might be things like economic health, jobs, environmental quality. We have a very large list for folks to consider, and also partnerships that need special focus. How will we, for example, look to collaboratively address the needs of our seniors as our population ages? What about our youth? There are many different topic areas that could come under this umbrella. The next area for a high-performing community is that of effective local governance. We were pleased to see in the recent citizen survey that 62% of the respondents rated the City of Fort Collins as very good or good. Government is under the scrutiny of citizens, as it should be, very much so, and so we were pleased to see that many people felt that we were doing a good job. Here we have a home rule city. We make our own laws, and we operate under a council-manager form of government. We also are a full-service city in the City of Fort Collins. We provide, unlike a lot of cities, we provide, for example, all the utilities. We provide electric, water, stormwater, wastewater. We have a full parks and recreation department. We, of course, provide some of the more traditional services like public safety, but we also have natural areas. So the City of Fort Collins has a number of services that it does provide. When we look at effective local governance, then, what are the things that we want to carry into the future 25 or 50 years from now? Does our structure, will it still work? Should it remain the same? Right now we have, for example, 7 council members, a mayor elected at large, and 6 council members elected by district. Will that stay the same? Will the size of our government be the same? How do we want to involve citizens? Right now we have 29 boards and commissions, and we communicate with our citizenry in many different ways. Also along the same line, how will we look to develop future leaders? How can we work with the schools to help students understand governance and what it means to be part of the greater society? Transparency is part of this area. The city recently started their open book website. There are many other things that we do, of course, to do our work in a very transparent and open fashion, and we want to make sure that we continue that. And then finally, one area that this could address is how we will communicate with our population as we become more multilingual, as is a trend that we're expecting to see in the future. So when we talk about this umbrella, again, of effective local governance, we want to make sure that we ensure the most effective, efficient, representative form of government, and so we want to make sure that the elements are in place to continue to do that. The last area for our high-performing community deals with communications technology. Our world is changing, and the way we communicate is changing quite a bit. So this topic will cover providing access to community members, enabling citizens to communicate and interact with the city, whether that be one-on-one, face-to-face, or the whole realm of virtual options that are becoming available more and more. We want to make sure that the city's in a competitive advantage position in terms of technology, and also have a discussion about whether there should be different options or an infrastructure that could be mutually beneficial for the private sector. So when we talk about communications technology, we have two policy choices. One, that being just continuing to support and expand on a robust community interaction with the city, so that we can use every form available to make sure that people are able to reach their government and get their needs met. And then the second being to expand communications technology as a basic infrastructure. Again, have that conversation about whether or not we need to do some things different to ensure that that robust internet access is available for community members and businesses throughout Fort Collins. So in closing, we have a lot to talk about in this area, and we hope that you'll share your feedback with us. Much more detail is available on the city's website, fcgov.com/planfortcollins, all one word. On that website, you can complete the online survey, you can read the policy choices document, and you can download a comment form and tell us what you think. So we look forward to hearing more from you, and thank you for your time.